A very good evening. You're watching Who's Winning 2019 with me, Gauri Dwivedi. On the show with me today are Prajesh as well as Jaiseelan from our studios in Delhi, and we'll be getting Jaiprakash from Bengaluru to really talk about Sabrimala and its politics that is clearly taking center stage. That's our buzz point number one, coming in on a day when there have been enough and more efforts to reach some sort of consensus. It looks like Sabrimala politics could really be in the fray now. Let's get in that buzz point. All right, BJP clearly has now mobilized enough and more ground force to protest at Pampa, as it is now eyeing a significant presence in a state where it was, of course, drawing a complete blank. Let's get in JP with more on this. JP, there are seats that your sources are telling you that BJP has identified where it fancies its chances. Tell us, what is the strategy that BJP has right now?
Well, it's imperative to speak about the Sabrimala developments because all eyes will be on Pampa tomorrow, where the temple will be open for 40 days. This is the longest window after the controversial judgment that has come from the Supreme Court. And tomorrow being a very important day, today there was an all-party meeting which failed, and many of the Congress leaders walking out of that meeting. Though the left and Congress are in hands together in many states, but as far as Sabrimala is concerned, the different tunes both parties singing there, and the BJP is trying to cash in big time. Yesterday was an important meeting in Mangaluru by BJP National President Amit Shah. He was in a closed-door meeting for over 4 hours with BJP, with RSS leaders there, and many subjects that came for discussion, including the Sabrimala development that is going to happen tomorrow. And what we're picking up from our sources is, of course, that thousands of RSS workers, along with Hindu activists, will be coming into that controversial site area, Pampa and Nilakal area, where police deployment is in huge numbers. As of now, over 600 applicants in the age group of 15 to 45 have applied, who are interested, who are actually shown keenness to come to Sabrimala, and the state police department is gearing up to give them protection. And Sabrimala and Pampa especially will be the epicenter of all developments tomorrow.
Yes.
We're looking at the politics also here, because it's faith versus law, and the BJP, in fact, lining up its ground force there and moving the ground force to cash in big time.
It's using this to mobilize its forces, yes.
Here, which are predominantly the Hindu belt, you can say, because Kerala...
Yes. Okay.
Kerala is hugely divided, and there is clear-cut division. You have Hindus on one side, and you have Muslims and Christians also on the other side.
Right.
The clear lines are drawn there, and this time, the clear lines are drawn there, and this time, they're whipping up the Hindu sentiments there. There was a U-turn by the BJP a day after Supreme Court gave us a historic verdict, and looks like the BJP has got its plan up its sleeve, and it is working on it.
Okay, it is working on a plan. Stay with us, JP. I want to quickly play out some important sound bites because, yes, as JP was pointing out, there was this all-party meeting that took place. BJP Congress walked out. BJP, as JP is saying, is very clear that they now want to whip up the Hindu sentiment further in Kerala. Let's first play out those sound bites. We go back to JP after that.
Judgmentum or അതേപോലെ തന്നെ നിലനിൽക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ വേറെ ഓപ്ഷൻ സർക്കാരിന്റെ മുന്നിലില്ല. ആ വിധി അതേപോലെ നിലനിൽക്കുന്നു എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം 10നും 50നും ഇടക്ക് പ്രായമുള്ള സ്ത്രീകൾക്ക്
there is no final judgment is available, and that is why the state is not bound to go on with the Supreme Court judgment. That is our view. There is no final judgment is available, and that is why the state is not bound to go on with the Supreme Court judgment. That is our view.
Discussion was conducted, and we have given a memorandum to the government, to the Chief Minister, regarding our opinion on all these things. We are not walking out. We are forwarding our opinion. Our decision is nobody in the age of 10 to 50 must come to Sabrimala. That is our, there is no change in that.
Okay, now JP, tell us which are those specific seats that now BJP is very clear that it is able to focus on in Kerala for 2019.
Well, one is Trivandrum, very, very important seat. Trivandrum is the Hindu belt, you can say, and then you have Palakkad, you have Thrissur, you have Pattanamthitta. These are the areas where the BJP has been working for the last 2 years. Remember, Kerala had turned into killing fields. We've seen over a dozen political killings in the last 4 years, but then it had come down and only to resurrect now after the Sabrimala episode has come up. 4 constituencies, this is where the BJP is concentrating, from Trivandrum to Thrissur to Palakkad, Pattanamthitta, and these are areas where they have whipped up the Hindu sentiments, where women would have come in large numbers to protest against the Supreme Court verdict. And clearly, as I mentioned earlier, Gauri, the BJP has got its plan in place, but then it has to be translated into votes in the coming year. And ordinance is one route that the opposition is picking holes with the BJP, saying that the BJP is at the center. Why isn't it taking ordinance route if it's protesting against the Supreme Court verdict?
All right, stay with us, JP. I want to get in Jesiran as well. You've travelled in those killing fields that JP was talking about. Talk to us, has BJP found that opening and the 4 seats that they have identified, will it now going to be a contest, or is it too early for the BJP to really be fancying its chances?
No, I think, this time they will be able to open the account. But as it is in Trivandrum, even though they have not been in the reckoning for so long, they have been able to secure 1 lakh votes plus. But then they have not been able to win it. Last time, they almost came close to winning it, but not quite. They lost to Rajagopal, lost to Shashi Tharoor. So this time, they have a very strong issue on hand. They believe that of course, would lead to, the growth of the BJP there. Having said that, we also need to take into account the kind of vote share that has been taking place. Hindus predominantly have been voting in Kerala for the left. The minorities are with the Congress. Whereas now, there is, of course, a chance for the BJP to really make inroads. So the left is caught in a bind. It does not know what to do. They are already in power. But then, being in power, naturally, you are duty bound to implement the orders of the court. At the same time, the party also is divided. They would want to wait for the, the review to be considered and then, decide whether to really go ahead and implement it or not. Which is why, you found the police, out there not being given very clear-cut orders to really ensure that,
the order is implemented.
Because they're caught, they do not know what to do. So if they were to lose the election there in Kerala, as it is, Kerala has been alternating between the Congress and the left, the UDF and the LDF. This time you have the BJP as well, in the ring. So we do not know what would happen. So naturally, the left is really worried because they have lost West Bengal. They have completely, lost Tripura as well. Now
this is their last bastion.
Left of left. That's it.
BJP is very desperately trying to gain a foothold as far as Kerala is concerned. We saw BJP party president Amit Shah doing a Padayatra, and not only him, we saw Yogi Adityanath, who is another rising star in the BJP fold, and several cabinet ministers, protesting against the horrifying killing of the RSS cadres. So everybody. So this is the reason, but they were not able to, kind of make a dent or make a grand entry as far as the scheme of Kerala is concerned. But this is the opening which is guaranteeing them. This is the reason why, even at the extent of openly defying what the Supreme Court is saying, we saw BJP party president Amit Shah saying that, that in matters of religion and faith, Supreme Court shouldn't come, and even if it comes, we should be able to withstand that. So it's very clear that the BJP wants to go full throttle, because this is the only positive opening which they have sensed in the last, couple of years.
And that also has forced the hand of the Congress. Remember what Rahul Gandhi said. Rahul Gandhi said, he believes in what the Supreme Court has said. But at the same time, he did allow the state unit to take a stand of its own. This is for the first time, perhaps, I find, the party is allowed to have a different view other than that of his. I haven't heard of anything, other than this. So which means that they also, of course, are sensing. If they were to go along with the Supreme Court's order, naturally they tend to lose that gravitas on the ground.
So this is what political pragmatism is all about. This is the reason why, the centre is maintaining their own stand which fits nationally, and but the local party which suits their
own agenda. Okay, all right. Let's move away from Kerala to the other state, which is Madhya Pradesh, going to polls, and BJP's strategy where it cracked the whip on rebels. Let's get that buzz point. All right. there were several leaders who were openly defying the party diktat. They had gone and filed their nominations as independents. The party has, BJP has cracked the whip, expelled 53 of them in the state of Madhya Pradesh. First of all, Prajesh, this sends out a message to everybody in the future. But as far as MP election itself is concerned, today was the last day for withdrawal of nominations. It is going to have some sort of an obviously impact as far as Madhya Pradesh itself is concerned.
Oh, absolutely. It will have an impact, and this is the reason why in the last 1 week, 10 days, there were several attempts made by the BJP state leadership as also people who are in charge of the state to reach out to these people, tell them that, that this is the reason why you were denied ticket, and this is the reason why the party feels that if the party comes to power in Madhya Pradesh, then they will be in a position to accommodate you. But it looks like that, in this particular scenario, these people refuse to toe the line, and this is the reason why the party is forced to expel them. Otherwise, it would have sent a very wrong signal, wrong message to the party cadres at large. But I think in an election which is touted to go the Gujarat way, which means that it is going to be very close contest, will the BJP be able to sustain the damage or withstand the damage caused by these rebellions remains to be seen.
Absolutely.
But this is what happened in Rajasthan as well in 2008, There were nearly 64 rebel candidates in the fray, and that, of course, to a great extent damaged the prospects of the BJP. So perhaps this time, apart from actually containing rebellion in Madhya Pradesh, they also would want to send a message to all other rebels all across the country, because elections are around the corner for the Lok Sabha in 7 months' time. So if they are not seen to be very strong and acting against these rebels, naturally that will send a wrong message, and that, of course, could lead to more and more of rebellion springing up from all over.
But the biggest problem for the party is that that in these kind of elections, which is going to be a very closely contest election, 5,000 votes or 4,000 votes is going to make a hell lot of difference.
The stakes are very high.
And then most of the seats are actually go to the wire. So the difference of votes is like approximately 1,000 to 5,000 votes. And in those closely contested seats, these people are going to
as many as 50 seats, 53 seats,
especially the area around Damoh, where where the sitting finance minister will be contesting. That area has come under a lot of threat.
That is causing a lot of trouble.
That is causing a lot of discomfort as far as the BJP is concerned.
And more importantly, as we were saying that today, of course, is the last date, withdrawal of nominations. It hasn't happened. BJP has cracked the whip. Now, what are your sources within the party telling you in terms of, one is the message that it sends across, but more importantly, the ground report given these 53 seats specifically?
Well, the BJP, what the official version is that, the BJP says that, they are left with no other choice. You can't give a ticket to every ticket aspirants. So there is bound to, the party has taken feedback from the ground, and based on those feedback and consultation with the state leadership as well as the central leadership, the party has decided on these many seats. Now they are saying that it's absolutely all right and that these people are unhappy. But if these people feel that they are above the party, entire cadre dancing to their tunes, and these people are seriously mistaken. They concede that it will be a problem in some of the seats, but they are saying that it's not going to make much of a difference as far as their political fortune is concerned.
All right. We'll, of course, know the answer on the 11th of December as to how much does it really impact BJP's electoral fortunes. Let's now quickly shift our focus and talk about and quickly address some stories coming in from across the country.